I'm going to be taking on 4 of the internet's toughest football quizzes to determine whether or not statements claiming I have elite ball knowledge are valid. The first quiz I'm going to take is over on Sporkle, which is essentially like the Library of Alexandria for online quizzes and trivia challenges. If you want terrible ball knowledge, you go to Neil Mopay. If you want an extreme lack of charisma and the personality of a cardboard box, you go to my early TikTok videos.
There's a new flag filter on TikTok, so you already know, starting 11 using these flags.
I mean, is it even legal to sound that unenthusiastic about something? And if you want some nice trivia challenges online, you go to Sporkle. The first quiz I'm going to attempt is Premier League 11's 2013-14. Can you name the most common 11s for each Premier League club in 2013-14? Now that's 10 years ago. It was the first season I began watching the Premier League, so we're really going to see if my memory is up to scratch here. I reckon I can get at least half of the clubs spot on. Here we go. All 20 clubs. I've got 20 minutes to complete it. Let's begin. Arsenal's first. This would be Szczesny, which I've spelt correctly. That's more impressive than anything else. Bakary Sanya, Koscielny, Mertesacker, and Gibbs was the main starter at left back. Then we'd have Arteta, Mesut Ozil, Cazorla, Ramsey, Wilshere, and Giroud. Okay, I've done that in less than 20 seconds. Aston Villa, Brad Guzan, Ryan Bertrand maybe. He joined halfway through the season. Center backs, no Horace Okore. At this era, Ron Vlaar. Bakuna, was he a fullback? Yes, he was. Midfield would be Delph and Westwood. Strikers would be Andy Vyman, Benteke, and Agbon Lahore. Now, it's just a few more defenders remaining. Kieran Clark was one of them. Brilliant. Karim El Ahmadi. Yes, Karim El Ahmadi. Is it Nathan Baker? Oh, it is Nathan Baker. All right, we've nailed the first 2 in a minute and a half. Cardiff City, David Marshall had a crazy season for them. One of the best goalkeepers in the league, and I believe they finished bottom. Defense was Ben Turner, Juan Cala. He was a January signing. Fraser Campbell up top. Whittingham, Jordan Much. I really did not watch a lot of games when they were up. I remember the core of the team. Oh, it was Joe Rawls. Now, Joe Rawls was on loan at Yeovil, I believe. I can't spend too much time on the ones I don't know, so we're going to have to move on. Chelsea would be Cech, Aspilicueta, Ivanovic, Terry, Cahill. Matic probably didn't play enough because he signed in January. Lampard, Mikel, Torres, Eto'o, Hazard, Willian, Schürrle. Mata wouldn't have started much. Oscar would have been the main guy. One last midfielder with Lampard. David Luiz is a midfielder? Or Ramirez? Yes, it's Ramirez. Palace, Speroni, Joel Ward, Damian Delaney, Mariappa, Dwight Gale. Zaha was at Cardiff. Wait, no, I was about to say. Punchin, Cameron Jerome, Jedinak. MacArthur was still at Wigan Athletic. Bolasie, Glenn Murray. With Palace, I'm struggling to remember the rest of the players. Scott Dan signed a few years later. MacArthur signed the year after. Gonna have to just keep going. Man City, I'll get it in 2 seconds. Same with Liverpool. Hull City made it to the FA Cup final this year. I've watched those highlights a lot. Alan McGregor, James Chester, Curtis Davies, El Mohammadi, Sagbo, Friat, Alex Bruce, Stephen Quinn, David Myler, Huddleston, Livermore, Figueroa, Striker, Sagbo, Friat, Yelovich. That's the one. Was the last one Rossini? Yes, it was Liam Rossini. Great. Everton this season is just a core memory. They finished 5th, almost top 4. It's like their best season in recent times. Fulham, I remember them fondly for Steve Sidwell and Paitim Kasami's bangers against Crystal Palace. Rodaiga. Mitroglou? Holly Woodrow. I'm really struggling with Fulham. For strikers, I've tried Darren Bent, Hugo Rodallega, Mitroglou, even Collie Woodrow bagged a goal. We'll go into Manchester United. Newcastle United under Alan Pardew. Loic Remy had a good year. Gouffron, Cabaye, sold in January, so I guess he didn't play enough. Moussa Sissoko. Got 5 minutes left to do this. Extreme speedrun time. Okay, time is about to run out. I've forgotten a lot of names here. I was just rushing through at the end through those smaller clubs to see what I could get. Cardiff City, I forgot. Gary Medell, that's a big one. Stephen Calker as well. Palace, I don't think I would have got Danny Gabadon or Dikagoy. I believe he's South African. And then Marwan Shamak. Didn't do too much memorable stuff that season, so I can forgive myself. 171 out of 222. For 10 years ago, considering I did not watch a whole load of games this season, I'd pretty much just watch like a couple big teams a weekend. I'll take that. I think it's respectable. Into quiz number 2, sticking with the theme of Premier League trivia from the last decade, I'm going to do top Premier League scores by club 2015-16. Can you name the top 3 scores for each team in the 2015-16 Premier League season? I think I can. 8 minutes. I back myself in getting all 60 of these. Bournemouth, I think Matt Ritchie would be there. There's a joint 3. Josh King, who would get 5. What other forwards would they have had? Callum Wilson got injured really early, but still managed. Oh, he got a hat-trick against West Ham in the 4-3. That's where all of his goals would have came from. Arsenal would be Giroud, Alexis. Ozil got a few. 6, okay. Villa, Jordan Ayew, 5 goals. Grealish only got like 1. Westwood. Ashley Westwood is joint with 2. Agbonlahor, Sinclair, Gested. Is Rudy Gested. Chelsea didn't have a great season. Diego Costa, Willian, 7 goals. Pedro, nice. Crystal Palace, Yannick Bolasie, Wickham. Last Palace player with 5 goals. Not Scott Dan. It is Scott Dan and Johan Cabaye. Only one of their strikers. No Dwight Gale, no Zaha. Everton would be Lukaku, Charlie Barkley. Oh, is it Aruna Kone? Yes, he got a hat-trick against Sunderland. Leicester, Vardy, Mahrez, Okazaki. Ujoa? Liverpool would be Sturridge, Firmino, and Benteke. Aguero, De Bruyne, Iheanacho. Yes, Iheanacho had a decent season for a backup striker. Rooney, Rashford, Martial, Mata, Wijnaldum, Iozi, Mitrovic, Norwich City, Cameron Jerome, Redmond, Mbakani. Who would have got 4 goals for Norwich City? I've tried Cameron Jerome, Stephen Naismith, Martin Olsen. I recall him getting 1 goal. That's the first one I can't complete. We'll come back to it. Swansea is right below. Struggling with Sunderland. I've tried Deme Ndoye, Jermaine Lenz, Stephen Fletcher, Adam Johnson. Good. Thankfully it isn't. Oh my days. Not coming. Stoke City, Crouch, Shaqiri, Arnautovic, Bojan, Juve. Southampton, Mane, Pella, Shane Long. Spurs would be Kane, Ali, Eriksson. Watford, Deeney, Igalo. 2 goals. Gerardo, Abdi. Yeah, we got one. Abdi. West Brom, Rondon, Brunt, Dawson. It's Craig Dawson. Macaulay, one of the boys at the back. West Ham would be Antonio, Payet, Sacco. Yeah. I'm not going to think of these. Who am I missing? Wes Hoolahan, Patrick Van Aanholt, and Saido Berahino. Fair enough. Berahino did play this whole season. The final 2 quizzes I'm going to do are on missing11.com. It is a website that gives you a random starting 11 every day, and you have to try and fill in every position. For example, today it just loaded up. We've got Man City's 2-1 win against Everton in April 2009. Pre them being like really, really good. Down, we've got Shea Given, Micah Richards, Richard Dunn, Wayne Bridge, class. Other center back, pre-Jolie and Lescott, Come back to it. That would be De Jong, Stephen Ireland, Ilano. Oh, we are nailing this. Adebayor. No. Is it Rubinho up top? Ends with an O. Is Rubinho on the wing? He is. Who are their strikers? Midfield. Is it Michael Johnson? It's not. Last center back. I just don't know. And the striker that ends with O. It was Company in midfield. The O lines up. It was Company. Yeah, he used to play in midfield in his early days there. I was wondering why he wasn't in the team, because he was definitely at the club at this time. No Zabaleta either, but we already have a right back. Struggling to think of who the striker is that ends with O. Caicedo! It's Felipe Caicedo, the Ecuadorian. Now, final one is a center back that I'm clueless. I don't even have a guess. Oh, Onua! Nedum Onua. We did an 18. A few of those guesses were just to get letters on the board. Kind of poor. For the final quiz, I'm going to put a completely random number into the missing 11 URL, so it gives us one from just ages ago. Let's just go, boom, 385. Let's do it. Real Madrid's 4-0 loss to Liverpool. Another 2009 game. This is on the 10th of March. This is the game where Torres, Gerrard, and Dacena were just going off. Goalkeeper be Casillas. Pepe was in there because Torres just sent him for a hot dog. Ramos was playing right back. Cannavaro? Yes. Marcelo? Actually, no. Was Roberto Carlos playing? Was he at Real Madrid in 2009? Does not seem valid. We'll come back to you. Guti? Oh no, it's Fernando Gago. Strike would be Raul. Can't believe I messed that up. That's infuriating. I totally could have got a perfect score here. Robin, Diarra. Oh, we're gonna get it as well, except for Fernando Gago. 2009, Benzema signed the summer Ronaldo joined. It was Higuain. Yeah, he scored in the El Clasico that year. Wide midfielder, Schneider. And the left back at Real Madrid in 2009 that isn't Marcelo. I used to always watch the El Clasico highlights, the 6-2. Is it Torres, Miguel Torres? I know he played a bit for them 2007-8 when they won La Liga. No, it's not Miguel Torres. I'm gonna just chuck some letters on the board because I cannot think of who it is. It's Gabriel Heinze. Gabriel Heinze. That seems more obvious than initially expected. 16 guesses, most of them on Heinze. That is where I'm going to end today's video. I did not manage to nail any of those challenges 100%, but I'd say the Premier League top scorers 2015-16, where I only left 3 answers blank, is the most respectable performance I put in today. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new around here. I will see you next time.